Get that Nepo baby check it.
Get ready to get pissed off.
Yeah, we're
Get ready to
back
get
for
pissed off
more
and rage
rage baiting.
Yeah, the comments are gonna be fun this time. Psych, we got 2 comments last time. Yeah, get ready to get pissed off this time because we're taking a look at the music industry Nepo babies. We have a full list of incredible music industry Nepo babies, and we're gonna judge whether they could have gotten where they were without their Nepo connections. But the thing is, like, you don't really know, like, I don't know, you don't really know. So it's just, we're gonna make our best educated guess.
This is speculation entirely.
Yeah, this is speculation entirely. So let's get to rage baiting and let's get to politically aligning, or whatever this format is called.
We have low Nepo, which is someone who maybe has connections, but maybe isn't technically Nepo.
Or maybe
like,
even they did have high connections, but they didn't utilize. I don't know. It's all speculative. It's like kind of tricky, but it's like, yeah, low Nepo is just, it's like how much they utilized it based on our best estimations or what the information that we have provided to us, you know?
And then high Nepo is someone who's 1,000% using the resources of their family members, and or there's no way you could not link their success or breakthrough to their family's connections.
Yeah.
And then artistry, this is just this is just plain name.
But it's hard to think of the right word because I didn't want to say like talent, you know what I mean? Like I feel like talent wasn't the right word to
You might as well.
to measure, but like artistry is like,
it might as well just be talent.
it's like an all-encompassing term, I guess. Like it's hard to, I don't know, like how good their shit is. Like I don't know, like I guess like because talent isn't the right word for that. You know what I mean? We'll get into it, but like when you get into people like Whitney or whatever, it's like she has high talent, but her music isn't like my favorite music ever.
I think,
you know what
I think the best way of thinking about it is honestly maybe how much their stuff connects with people, how far they're able to go. I think some people are able to go far because of those connections, but I think some people are just able to go far just because of how talented they are, and we're gonna get into that. Where do you want to start? Let's just get started. Is there someone you really just want to start with to begin with?
I don't know. Is there someone you want to knock out of here really quick? Who's the most engaging one?
Okay, outside of the obvious like big names, I think the most interesting person that we could probably start with is like super random, and this might make some people mad, but I think we should start with Clairo.
Yeah, it's a good rage baiting one.
Start with Clairo.
I like where your head's at with that one.
We've listened to Clairo's music. Like we listened to the Clairo album that came out in 2024? Because that wasn't last year. It was a really good record. It was really good. It was cute. It was just down tempo.
It was super
good
agreeable.
vibes.
Yeah. The production was nice.
It was fun. People our age definitely like really love Clairo. She's definitely in the house of artists like Mitski, for example, or like Phoebe Bridgers, or just these people who I think are like Leve.
A little overglazed.
And no, this is not Clairo shade.
Because like, let's just put Clairo. Okay, Clairo literally, I hate to admit it to you guys, very high Nepo ranking.
And what's
like,
her Nepo?
So her dad is like the marketing head of a bunch of humongous companies like Coca-Cola.
And Converse,
and
right?
So yeah, and so like a Nike subsect. And so I'm sorry,
but we have to talk about the fact that Coca-Cola owns everything. They are like a ginormous corporation. And if you are just, even as silly as it seems to be like, oh, someone's a high-level marketing executive at Coca-Cola. Like it's not like we're talking about some C-list company. This is like the company.
And also it's like, have you ever seen a musician advertise a product that could come from Coke or could come from Converse? Because also Converse is, again, it's a subsect of Nike. So it's like, yeah, I'm sorry. This is a high level of Nepo. And I'm not saying that Clairo's trash, obviously. I'm not saying that Clairo has like zero talent. And I do think her artistry is like relatively high to counteract that. I don't think it's like the highest of the high, but I think it's like serviceable.
I would put her about here. I think she has high talent. She's definitely captured like an audience, but I do think she's very high on nepotism. But I would put her maybe like right here. Because like we said, this isn't necessarily like, oh, we love you, we hate you.
Yeah.
I think it's more just about how much like are they able to like utilize, or like how much of like a fan base do they have? What's the ability, the fan base? You're right that it is just kind of like a very broad term.
Yeah.
I would say I'd put her right here. Definitely has like a significant following. I think she's talented. Like I think she's good at things, which is important. If
I
you're
think she
like a
makes
Nepo
good,
baby.
yeah. And that's the thing is her music does connect with people.
Yeah, so.
And she does have a pretty devoted fan base. So I think that kind of counteracts a lot of like nepotism, because I feel like a peak like Nepo, no talent, no artistry is someone who is really high in the music industry and gets like good connections, but has no fan base. Like I think that's the mark of like a really high Nepo, but because their music doesn't connect with people, like it just is pushed pushed like with money, and I think Claro doesn't have that like bad attribute about her. So, yep, put Claro there.
Are you guys feeling rage baited yet? Next, let's do someone who people are just not gonna care about, or not, people aren't gonna scream in our face about. Can we just knock out?
Oh, Ray J?
Ray J. Can we just knock
Okay,
out
Ray J.
Girl.
Low-key, Ray J is known for two things. No shade to Ray J. And the thing about it is Ray J is known for, number one, he's known for an infamous night spent in a hotel
with a certain
Kardashian.
celebrity.
Yeah. You can thank him for getting spammed with Raycon ads in YouTube videos because he also made Raycons. So.
But you gotta admit, we still got sexy. Can I just pop my minute?
Yeah.
Look at this single that he dropped this year. This looks so. It's literally AI art.
Bro, probably. There you go, Ray J.
What?
Yeah, there you go, Ray J.
That
Ray
is
J
insane.
be friends if we ain't love to say bitch. Ray might have hit it first. Only problem is I'm rich. Ray J's probably rich too. That's not even like a flex on Ray J. Okay,
anyways, to stay focused here before I get lost in this horrific Apple Music layout for him.
Terrible spread.
Okay, so because he's Brandy's brother.
Brother, yeah.
Brandy is not, okay, being a sibling of Brandy from Destiny's Child it means something. And I don't think that's like.
Yeah. But the thing is, he used his connection with Brandy to get like reality show deals and stuff like that. And when Brandy was she on Disney?
I don't think so.
She was on something. She had some TV show and he was like the little brother or some shit in Brandy's
show.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Brandy's not Destiny's Child. Why did I just say that?
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think so.
I don't know why I just said that.
Gonna take your word for it, but
okay, I hope that gets edited out because that was so embarrassing. No, Brandy's literally not in Destiny's Child. Sorry guys, I was like totally like, I don't know why I just said that. I was thinking of like Kelly. Oopsies. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, that'd be funny if he was a Nepo off like a random
okay, so
Kelly
just
from Destiny's Child.
literally scratch everything that I just said because that was insane. Literally just saying anything.
I thought she was on Disney.
Moesha. She's starred in several TV shows, including Moesha. It's M-O-E-S-H-A.
Okay, you know what? Whatever. Okay, forget it. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Not going anywhere.
It doesn't matter.
This
Let's
is
just
bad.
put because I already
Okay.
know we're gonna put Ray J. So it
I'm just
doesn't
gonna
matter
say
what
I
he
feel
did.
like for his nepotism, he's on the lower end.
Yeah, I'll put him
like,
on the low. Yeah, artistry, I would say relatively low, especially now.
Where do you think I need to go? Because I feel like he's definitely green. We can agree. So where?
Yeah, and he's in green. Put him like middle. No, put him like below. I don't know.
Like here? Like the
Yeah,
center
I
of
like
green?
that. Maybe put him even a little farther down in terms of artistry. Lol.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I was just finishing up our next masterpiece. But since you're here, this gives us a good time to talk about the 322 Deluxe. Get that right. There we go. 322 Deluxe. Now, nobody has been buying the membership, but that's okay. Maybe we just didn't explain it well enough. Please buy the membership. With 322 Deluxe, you get access to our unfiltered reactions to singles, albums, and they are the year's hottest albums. And this summer is going to be a packed summer for hot pop girl albums, so now is a good time as ever to get the membership. Also, if you don't want to open your wallet for a membership, understandable, just hit the subscribe button, we can stop begging. Subscribing is free, and also it makes it so we can get monetized on our videos so we don't have to plug this as much. But that being said, there are already hours and hours of incredible reaction content on 322 Deluxe already, such as unfiltered reaction to the new Kim Petras record Detour, our hilarious reaction to the new Drake album Maid of Honor, and last but not least, the Ray reaction. And if you still need some more convincing, here are some hilarious moments from our and if you still need more convincing, here are some hilarious moments from some of our past reactions.
Wear a dress, take my hormones. Like, come on.
Like Amazing Digital Circus. Like, just let them.
I just want to like Digital Circus. It's not gay. Oh my god, I would respect a country guy so much who's like, I like the Digital Circus. It's not gay.
Just a new vocal.
It's better than just being on True Social and talking about Trump all day long. Fighting with trans people on Reddit. It's better than that. Just let me like it.
It's like these people spend all day worrying about trans people, and it's like, do you know one? And they're like, well, no. It's like, I just want to catch my fish. Saying drive my truck is so funny. Yeah. You can't drive your truck because of the gas prices, babe. Oh my gosh, that was pretty funny, wasn't it? You gotta admit it. And if you loved that, don't forget that there's even more exclusive perks with becoming a 322 member. For example, you'll get a cute little badge next to your name of the iconic 322 logo, and you'll also get
Shoutouts.
Shoutouts by yours truly, Noah and Justin of the 322. And if you are yearning for even more content from us, you can also feel free to check out the 322 FM, which is our podcast where we talk about Euphoria and all other things not music related that we would otherwise love to share with you. So you should check that out and subscribe. Bye!
Also, fuck Raycons. No one uses that shit. Get out of here.
Okay.
Hell no. No one's signing that, bro.
Okay, now that I spread a bunch of misinformation about Ray J, let's move on.
That she's Kelly from Destiny's Child. Okay.
Some Beyonce fan I don't even know who's in Destiny's Child.
You love Beyonce so much you hate Destiny's Child. The members for her. You could feel the frustration of Beyonce at the other members of Destiny's Child.
Okay, let's talk about one of Will Smith's children.
Let's meet the Smiths.
I'm feeling like we should talk about Willow Smith. Yeah, let's talk about Willow Smith. I would say when I first heard Willow Smith's song, which is Meet Me at a Spot, kind of vibe. You know, that's like a huge song when that came out. I did not know that she was related to Will Smith. And so like, I didn't like think anything of it. And it was only like probably like a couple months after like that kind of like happened and everyone was like, oh my God, Willow's so cool. That, you know, people were like, well, you know who that is. And I was like, oh, I'm an absolute moron.
Yeah. I think there actually were a lot of people who didn't know because their songs were like huge on TikTok during the pandemic era, especially.
Yes. I know people like in the wild who've like talked about this and like, oh, I'm so excited for the new Willow record. And I'm like, what? Like I didn't know people still like liked Willow, and I'm like I'm not shading her. I just didn't know like that people still like tuned in for her music. For that reason, I feel like artistry, she's definitely higher than, spoiler alert, her brother. Yeah. But she's also very high on the nepotism.
She's very high on the nepotism. I think I would put her below Claro.
I would put her like here. I would put her maybe in like the middle top right of the purple corner. Yeah. She's undeniably a huge nepo because like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett are like insanely like connected across all of entertainment. Like I mean, even their dad has a successful music career. Some say that I'm an action star.
He's still like goated.
True.
He had that freestyle. The genetics are strong.
Wait, what is it?
They don't go away.
This is a comeback.
This is the comeback. I pulled the pin out the grenade when I threw it.
Because he's like, I bit off more than I could chew, and I chew it. And it's also like delivered in the scariest way where he's like, I bit off more than I could chew, and I chew, like eyes wide open.
And then he
like
looks at
staring
the
into your
cameras.
soul.
It changes
and then it has
his
that
head.
like AI motion blur, follows his head where he's like, rah, rah. It's so crazy. His dad is still a goat, so, you know, I don't know.
Someone made a really funny comment, which was like, bro's rapping in front of a full balanced meal.
The most like elementary ass, like Big Willie style Al, like
Insane. That's
Jaden.
That is
Bruh.
You did not see
Bruh.
You're lying. You did not think that.
That is Jaden, bro.
That is Willow.
That is 100% Jaden.
It's not.
Bruh.
Let's do a heavy hitter again, just because why not? And so I think we should turn our sight to Drake. I think we should talk about Drake. Okay, so some people are probably gonna be like, why is Drake even on this list?
Yeah.
To which I'm gonna defer to you, since you're the Drake
is
expert.
Yeah. So Drake, by the way, I'm not the Drake expert. PSA, I'm not the Drake expert. Anyways, so the thing about Drake is we needed someone to fill out the low Nepo kind of area because Drake's family, specifically his dad, does have really heavy connections to the music industry. He was a bass player for like Al Green and like a bunch of other really big, like recognizable acts of the 70s and the 80s and stuff like that.
That's it. Oh, that makes so much sense when you look at his dad. Like his dad
Dennis
has
Graham.
that look to him.
He does, yeah.
He looks like he's a bass player for
like Earth, Wind, and
all
Fire or
those
some
old
shit.
headbands.
Yeah.
Like literally, he does. That's
So
crazy.
yeah, so his dad Dennis Graham did all that. I think he played with more. Did you look?
His mustache is insane.
Bro, Drake should grow that. That'd be so tough.
I could picture him in his like goofy like old style suits, but like I forgot that his mustache is like his whole face.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say though. So I put him on there to fill out the low Nepo. First of all, Drake does not have any ties to that world, like obviously. Beyond him being like an African-American musician in a predominantly African-American genre, there's not really a lot of connection between Drake and his dad, or like there's not really a very connective fabric, to be honest with you. But I did need someone to fill out a quadrant of the chart, so I had to put Drake in there. Also, I do have to give it to Drake. Say what you want about him, he did really have to fight, because his dad, like, I think ran out on him, and it was kind of Drake's responsibility as an actor. So Drake was a child actor on Degrassi. I think everyone knows that, obviously. He used that to support his single mother and himself while still like supporting his like budding music career. So, I mean, Drake growing up really did have it, I think, really hard. Probably harder than everyone on this chart, maybe aside from Baby Keem.
Yeah, he's high, very high on artistry. I would put him like here.
I think these days Drake is like obviously kind of low shit, but
yeah, but when you think about the fact that he like, we were just talking about how like his new #1 is just not a single at all.
Yeah.
Like it is not a #1 hit single.
Yeah.
Especially when you have Michael Jackson like returning to charts right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you think about a hit like that, those are like #1 hits.
And
like,
even if you look at like what he's
bangers.
around, like it's really funny if you look at the chart post Iceman, it's like a bunch of Iceman songs, and it's like these are just songs that are
Drake
big
released.
because they're from Drake
Just
and they're
like
from his
Taylor
new
Swift.
rollout. Just like how, you know, Taylor Swift, or it would go for any other big artist like that are in their kind of caliber, like The Weeknd or whatever. Obviously Drake's at that point in his career now where he's kind of coasting. Even if you look at what it's around, like you can be the biggest Drake fan and like you can be like, nah, Shebang is not a top 5 hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
no.
Shebang is like right under like Ella Langley and right above Olivia Rodrigo's peak chart position. And it's like, bro, those are like real songs that people are gonna listen to. People are not listening to Shebang on the radio and shit. Like if you're a Drake fan, you can listen to it. You know what I mean? Like that totally makes sense. Even in the context of hip hop, they're like way better pop rap songs to come out than fucking Shebang.
Yeah, but I still think we should put him high.
That's
because
neither here
he's
nor there,
literally
but yeah.
Drake.
He made it to the top of the mountain, so you kind of have to give him respect for that.
Well, it's like, again, this isn't bad artists go here, good artists go here. Artistry, like he has he's paved his own lane.
Yeah.
Like he owns his own lane.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why he can chart every single song
Yeah.
when he drops. Let's talk about another funny one. I'm looking at some of these people, I'm like, who are you? Like literally, I pulled your own photo and I'm
We gotta
still
keep
looking
the
at, like, who are
engagement
you?
up. Let's just do like Gracie or so. Well, that's
No,
what
let's
people
do
are
Maya
waiting
Hawke.
for.
She is interesting because, yes, obviously we all know her from Stranger Things or
Yeah.
other Netflix movies. She also does have a music career. Do I know anything about that music career?
Hell no.
No.
Does she have a fan base? Hell no.
And also, if you don't know, her mom is Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
Like, that is
And-
high Nepo.
Yeah, and she would have no music career if it wasn't for her parents being Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman.
Yeah, and again,
So-
I think we do need to focus. I'm not including Stranger Things, like her acting
Yeah.
and like her artistry. I'm
No, yeah, I'm not
exclusively gonna
including
think about her
acting,
music
yeah.
career, and I do think she's at the very bottom of the barrel. She should have a bigger career just because I think people liked her or like think she's cool or whatever. But I just don't think she's able to translate that like excitement about her as like an actress or whatever to
Yeah.
like enough.
And her
to get
acting
her to,
chops are kind of weak these days, so it's like
She was good when she started,
Right.
and then like by the end, I was like.
they just
But
maybe it was just
everything with
the
Stranger Things was
script.
bad.
Yeah, the script was also abysmal. So there's also
But
that.
I want to say she's pretty high. Like she's like Willow Smith levels of high. I think she's like literally right underneath.
Because I just don't think her career in music would even exist if it wasn't for her parents. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
like
just
she
like-
would be playing like barely playing bars where we live. I feel like, you know what
or
I
it
mean?
would just be the same size. You know, like I don't think it's
Yeah.
like.
But like I don't think we would be talking about. I don't know. Whatever. It's a
Definitely
good
would not be
placement.
talking about her music career if it wasn't for her parents. Yes.
But
Or
and that's
her
not saying that
acting.
she's on like the same level of I don't know. Whatever. Who
I
cares?
bet she's a better artist than what's his name, Finn Wolfhard.
Oh yeah, Finn Wolfhard is Garbo, but he's also not a Nepo baby.
Those were like
so.
traumatizing videos of him singing.
Where it's like, Mom, I'm not gonna go to school. Yeah. It's like Diary of a Wimpy Kid music. It's like, bro.
Greg Heffley get off the stage. Like, it's so crazy because when I saw that, it was like, it's like I almost couldn't look away because it's just like, how did you think this was good?
Yeah.
And then what's even crazier is that recently he like apparently name dropped Taylor Swift and he like made a comment about like the Kanye, or maybe he sampled Kanye, like interrupting Taylor's
yeah,
like
yeah,
Grammy
yeah,
speech.
yeah.
It was something like that. And so obviously the Swifties were like clamoring about it, but it's
Right.
also just like, bro, your music isn't isn't good, you can't reference
Yeah,
a
if you
Kanye
have like
thing.
cringe compilation music, why are you trying to provoke a fan base that's gonna eat you alive?
Especially because, like, no matter what you think about Taylor Swift, it's like, bro, your music is dog water. Like,
Well, I mean, it's
unlistenable.
so easy to fuck with him
It's
because he literally
unlistenable.
has cringe compilation level music.
And you're
Poke
not
the bear,
Kanye, bro. You're not Kanye. Like,
That's the thing on top of it is like, bro, yeah, you're not like, why are you evoking Kanye?
yeah,
Like,
that's the thing is
hello?
if he was like dropping some crazy production and like this was an insane beat, I'd be like,
It would still be
I'd like-
corny,
I'd
but
be like, that's crazy, but at least the
Yeah.
beat was good. But it's like you can't. But
that's
anyways,
the thing. Even if okay, crazy Finn Wolfhard tangent.
Yeah,
but
sorry,
like,
but that is just it was on my heart.
if he dropped some crazy production and he put that Kanye shit in there, I would still be like, why'd you like corny?
Just
like, why'd you
inciting the
like
Swifties to
bro,
come
yeah,
fight him.
corny ass.
All right, but let's move on. Can we talk about Robin Thicke for 1 second? Like for literally 1 second.
Top
'cause
10 things no one's ever said in their life is let me
talk.
talk about Robin
I
Thicke
don't
for 1
care about
second.
Robin Thicke. Like he might be one of the most. I'm
Bro,
sorry.
he had nothing burger.
I'm sorry. I like really when I was like researching, like as in looking at photos of him to pick for this slideshow. When I was researching, he's one of the most scary looking people. I don't know why. He like unnerves me, and I think it's because I know like I associate him with I know you want it.
So, and that's like the biggest footnote in his career is that he made Blurred Lines, which is awesome. How much more flop can some shit be? You know what I mean?
You can't be more flop than Blurred Line.
Yeah. And
I'm
like his
pretty
albums
sure-
are so funny. Like his albums are called like The Evolution of Robin Thicke or some shit like that. The Metamorphosis. It's like some crazy shit. It's like in terms of what?
Wasn't
like,
Blurred
what?
Lines like a copyright thing?
Yeah, it got copyrighted by Marvin Gaye's estate.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That was more on Pharrell, but it's like still,
Oh,
bro.
shocker.
It's like still, bro.
Shocker.
Your biggest song got a copyright claim and you had to go to court for it. They won. So that's like, I think it's kind of an L career. I'm not gonna lie to you. But to be fair to Robin, his parents I think were actors. Or his mom was an actor.
Alan
Actress.
Thicke and Gloria Loring. Oh, from Correcting Christmas. Oh, from Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, I was
That's a
gonna-
huge show. Yeah.
But to be fair to Robin, in looking into this more, and kind of watching a YouTube video, Robin,
What are we supposed to do? Stalk his parents? Like,
yeah, what am I supposed to do?
Like,
Read a book
research.
about him? Like what?
Research.
I think his parents didn't want him to like be a musician though, to be fair to him. So that kind of probably puts him lower on the Nepo scale. But in addition to that, maybe they just try to ensure some fail safes. I think that's the only argument towards major nepotism that I could kind of levy towards Robin. I don't know. Like, I don't know where to put him, bro.
I'm feeling like
Yeah,
he's, like,
low
towards-
artistry is what I know.
But he's
yeah.
damn if he's not there.
I totally agree
Because like
with
I
that,
don't
yeah.
I don't necessarily think that like your mom being from like famous from Days of Our Lives, which hey, that's a huge show. Like every
Yeah.
older adult.
But it doesn't really
has watched that.
translate to recording industry influence,
Not
I feel
really.
like.
But
Yeah.
I mean the fact that both of his parents are like actors, that makes it maybe like a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously it's different than as we're gonna discuss with some people later on here, your parents being directly attached to the music industry, it doesn't have to be the music industry to make you a Nepo, right? Like I think that's like common sense. And if you think
Yeah.
I want to talk about this person, but we're gonna save it because
I think,
way
yeah,
more.
save it.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I was gonna
shut my
say, I was
mouth.
gonna
I'm
say it
just gonna
too.
shut my mouth.
Yeah. I was gonna, yeah.
I'm just gonna shut
Trying
my
to
mouth.
bait.
Well, you can't not talk
I know.
about.
This whole conversation has been really reinvigorated on the internet. And I think the first wave was Gracie, but also the Rick Beato video that he released recently where he was saying that the average person can't get into the music industry because of the high level of like sacrifice you have to make in terms of, I don't know. He reinvigorated, I don't remember, I didn't watch the video. I just heard that. That's what, no research.
I am not gonna watch Rick Beato.
Yeah, I'm not
okay?
watching Rick, bro. I'll ask my dad. My dad
Yeah,
watches
like, what did
copious
he
amounts
say?
of Rick Beato, so we'll ask my dad about it. He was just like, there's like a lot of privilege that you need to have to make it in the music industry these days, and that is really inhibiting like everything about it in terms of the artistry and in terms of the diversity of people that are in it these days. So I just like, that's why people are talking about this shit. I don't know.
I think what's interesting about how current like nepotism or like evolution of like an artist works, I feel like, and you can correct me, like, or I'm sure there's examples of this 100% not being true, but I feel like what used to happen was like, as an artist, you'd have to just very stepwise move up as like an artist.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's always how it has traditionally been.
Right, yeah.
And not always, but I feel like traditionally you kind of do these other things that get you like publicity, and then you kind of slowly like make your way up
Yeah.
until you become the artist that you are.
That's traditionally how it is. I mean, now because of TikTok and shit like that, people can
Exactly.
blow up for like a week or a month and then just go completely, or even a year. Like if you look at Ice Spice,
Yeah.
like Ice Spice was big for almost an entire year and then just kind of completely fell off.
Because like even if you think about someone like Beyonce, no one's denying that Destiny's Child was not like a crazy like sensation.
Yeah.
She stayed in Destiny's Child or whatever, or as if she had followed the trajectory of most people who were in girl groups, it would not even be close.
Right.
Like you can try to like kind of just
and even if you look at like breakouts from girl groups like Camilla or whatever, her career is legitimately eons away and will always be eons away from Beyonce.
It feels like there was always so much more work that had to be put in if you wanted to be that next level.
Exactly.
Like Beyonce
That's
had
what I'm trying to say.
grind to be
That's
that
what I'm trying to
next
say.
level.
Because Beyonce was grinding while she was in Destiny's Child.
Yeah, and the other thing is she wouldn't have even been Beyonce that we know today if like the Lemonade and the Beyonce reinvention hadn't happened. Because she's a completely different artist from the first part of her discography.
And it's a byproduct of the grind, you know, like just constantly reinventing, pushing your artistic language and, you know, the boundaries of what you want to talk about.
It's a very long-winded way of saying like, I just feel like the internet and trends and how like that stuff works, it makes it way less likely that you have to put in the grind before you're big.
Yeah.
And if anything, the grind starts after you're that breakout.
Exactly, yeah.
Like you have to work so hard to stay relevant or you're gonna instantly like, you're gonna be like,
because you can get lucky for a couple months.
Like Olivia Rodrigo is a great example. She blew up instantly and I'm sure if you asked her, she probably felt like she had to fight tooth and nail.
I think Olivia also had a little bit of luck with the giant amount of publicity that surrounded her. And I'm sure at the time it was like stressful, like you said. But I think ultimately like with Olivia, like she had that huge exposure through the publicity of the drama between her and Sabrina.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, I'll take that dub, like, or not dub, it probably sucked at the time, but I'll take this publicity and I'll just keep grinding, so. Yeah.
She stayed focused and didn't just rush to release. And I think that is how you stay though. I think that is what you need to do, is you need to not get caught up in the release.
Yeah, like Sabrina.
But stay focused on your work. Because like I think, for example, people love to talk about how Chapel's like gonna be in and out in a day. That is definitely not true. We are years later and she is still always at the forefront of people's like mouths. It's like, yeah, you're still talking about her all the damn time.
Yeah, one of the biggest pop culture controversies this year was that stupid soccer player thing.
Exactly, like that's so crazy to me.
And that was literally a nothing burger and people were flipping out about it, so it's like,
and people are still acting like Chapel's gonna be done if she doesn't release or something. It's like girl wear. But anyways, this is nothing to do with Nepo. Let's talk about, let's just do a rando. Paris Jackson being on this list is kind of funny because it's like,
it's just an interesting case because I legitimately think it's a subversion of what you would think of a Nepo baby, where they're like, oh, I want all this attention. Like, I want to like look like I'm this crazy talent. And Paris seems like the opposite, where she just kind of is like, yeah, I get like $10 million a year. I guess I'll just be a musician, you know? Like,
I'll release a little something.
I'll just make like somebody that I used to know ass like songs, but like obviously worse. Like I'll just make music like that, and I'll make like acoustic ass like indie music, and then just take my 10 mil and then just like not force it down people's throats. I kind of have to respect her for that. Like obviously I'm a little jealous.
Well, and I think what's interesting when we're going to talk about the Jackson family and nepotism, you will notice, obviously we talked about Brandy's brother here. Who you're not going to see up here is Miss Janet Jackson.
Well, the Jackson family wasn't nepotism.
No.
So Janet really came out by herself.
And in her own accord, because guess what? We have other Jacksons who didn't succeed. It's that video, the video of that one lady. I can't think of who it was, but she's like, dozens of talented actors and singers came together to blah, blah, blah. And LaToya Jackson.
In 1985, you participated in We Are the World, which gathered together some of the top performers of our day.
And LaToya Jackson.
The thing everyone was
The only thing that LaToya grinds on is the View interviews.
And then years later being like, it's like, girl, you're not. Like, but anyways, I just needed to point out that just because you're a Jackson, I think like Janet, definitely not a Nepo. Obviously, Paris is, because like you could be a Nepo from your siblings or whoever, but I do not think Janet Jackson is even remotely a Nepo.
Because they grew to fame at the same time, I feel like. And also Janet's audience is really different than Michael's, especially at a certain point.
I think so, 100%. Yeah, at this point in time, vastly different people.
Different,
I don't think gay people care about Michael Jackson as much as they do
Janet.
I would be shocked if they did. That's my piece. Janet Truther over here. But back to Miss Paris Jackson. I've heard like her song, like her like music like once, and it was pretty abysmal. No offense to her. not an attack on Paris Jackson, but I just feel
again,
like
it's really low
artistry-
stakes. It's very low stakes. Like she's not forcing it down our throats.
Yeah,
I feel like.
I mean, obviously the artistry is very low.
Yeah.
Like if she wanted to really, really try to go after like being like something crazy, that would be shocking.
Yeah. And she's also not making a fool of herself on social media to like
I
promote
never
her
hear
shit
about Paris
either.
Jackson.
I don't know. Like you literally hear about LaToya more than you hear about her.
I would
So
put her like, because she obviously, like Michael, having connections to Michael is insane.
yeah.
The fact that it is not like used more is like,
well, she's like using her money just to chill and make some music.
I
So
would
that's
put her,
obviously
like-
high nepotism.
I would put her like, maybe like here.
I agree. I think it's a different kind of nepotism where she just is kind of using her money to just have ultimate freedom to do whatever. But that also
That's the dream.
completely enables her music career. So I feel like that's a high amount of nepotism, even if it's not the same as someone like Willow or even Clara.
There. I can't even wrap my head around that is like a relative of Michael Jackson. But
Yeah,
anyways.
what? She looks like Lily Rose Depp, bro. Like what?
And facially, I just don't even.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I don't see it.
Maybe she's adopted or something. Because I can't see Michael like, you know, unless it's with a minor.
Let's do two Hollis.
Because that was another reemergence of this conversation too, where like people were like, "Oh my God, Tu Hollis's dad was a drummer for Tortoise, and his mom is Skrillex's publicist or some shit like that." And he came on interviews like, "No, dude, I love my parents, but
They don't.
I
do
did this to
anything.
myself. Like, you know, I did this shit. I think he did like an interview where he was like sitting next to his dad or some shit. I don't know. I wasn't like too tapped into that drama because I just like don't really give a shit about like that sect
If you
of the
found a
underground.
label.
Yeah. And also, he was on like Ken Carson's tour instantaneously. So,
Your dad is a musician.
Right.
Your mom
For
is
Tortoise.
a publicist for a music company. Girl, make it make sense.
yeah, and it's like the dad. I would excuse the dad,
Not the mom.
Well, but
can't
I think
excuse
he,
that.
I think he admitted that. I think he copped to being like, oh yeah, I get advice from my parents, but that's about it. And it's like, okay, I can excuse your dad being a drummer. I get it. Whatever. I'm not gonna like hold that against him. Your mom being like the publicist for like Skrillex and like Marshmello and shit like that. And it's like it's not just like random DJs and random club people. It's like the biggest. Like Skrillex would probably have to get paid like $500,000 to like go to a club. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
He blocked his mom on Instagram though, bro.
Bro, what a baby. Bro, I'm sorry. I know like you're trying to do something with that, but like no one.
Yeah, okay, here's
bro.
the thing. Hypothetically, if I was a Nepo, first of all, I would hate to actually have a passion for like music and be
Right.
a Nepo
Yeah.
in this current climate. They're
Yeah.
so annoying.
That's a good point, because like that's clear too. That doesn't mean you can't have a passion for music.
No, because
if you're
people
a
like
Nepo.
us are gonna make
Yeah.
videos and be like, damn, you're a Nepo and you suck. But like
Yeah.
the thing is, I think a Nepo baby could be a great musician. I would just be like, yeah, unfortunately, you can't say that I'm
Yeah.
like some niche, like indie came out of nowhere. Like
Yeah.
that's the only thing. But people have such a moral boner for being like, I only like artists that are self-made and who have had difficult lives. It's like, just like what's good.
Yeah, just like
You know
what's
what I
good.
mean?
It doesn't
like what's
matter.
good.
Yeah,
And
if it
you
sounds
make
good, it
great
sounds
music,
good.
because
Yeah.
for me, Tu Hollis is okay. He's all right. I think his music's okay.
And what I want to add to that too is I feel like this new generation of Nepo artists like Tu Hollis try to deny the allegations at every point.
Don't do it.
And the thing about it is
it
like
makes you look silly.
exactly, and people are just gonna talk about it more when you go out of your way to deny that you're a Nepo. You
Yeah,
know what I
people
mean?
would probably move on and get bored if you were like, yeah.
Because the truth about it too is the older artists who were Nepos, like Whitney and like Nancy, they both were like, yeah, they helped me, but I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for my talent and my hard work. And I think that's a good way of putting it. You can definitely be like, I got some help.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine. But yeah, at the end of the day, like you were saying with Beyonce, it is a grind. You do have to grind it out to get to a comfortable point in the music industry. You just have to admit it. Like
Just
Tu Hollis
admit
can
it,
be
move
like,
on.
people like who I am, you know, people like how I dress and like that I wear makeup and shit like that and like my fucking music and whatever it is. Like people like my image
Yeah.
and I did that. My mom didn't do that. My dad didn't do that. You
Feel
can be like, I
fooled.
got help too. That's it. But yeah, anyways, go
I think
ahead,
if you're
sorry.
like the consumer, don't feel fooled because someone's a Nepo baby.
Yeah.
Because I think you also have to realize that so many people aren't Nepo babies, but they're industry plants. And
Yeah.
that's honestly worse.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, could be worse.
Because
could be worse.
acting is filled with Nepos. I feel like the music industry to a lesser degree is filled with Nepos, but yeah, that's the thing. There are a lot of plants, and ideally I would like to make this video about plants, but it's like a good plant, a successful plant, like you wouldn't know. You don't know that it's being forced down your throat. You don't know that it's a calculated ad campaign
Yeah, but you can
to get
acknowledge,
you to do it.
oh, I know that's a Nepo. So it's like,
Right.
again, if it's good,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah,
It's that simple.
And the thing
I'm
is, yeah, like
sorry.
Nepos, it's just like there's a lineage there. You can clearly track who they're related to. Also, with the plant thing, people would just get so mad, like it's not even worth. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's literally not even worth it. So,
So Tu Hollis, I'm gonna say he's definitely in purple for me. Or like,
Yeah.
I think he's like right here because I feel like
I'm not a huge fan of Two Hollis.
I would
to be
say
honest
he's
with you.
here.
Yeah.
He is definitely has an audience and like
he has a fan base.
He has his niche, you know.
I think he's definitely riding the quote unquote underground wave that gave me chills to refer to that whole shit as the underground. But
I'm gonna put him like right in that top corner because you can't convince me that he's not like fairly high-ish as a Nepo. But I also do think that he's, like he said, you gotta be self-made, right?
to make people like
Just
you.
to make people like you. And guess what? If you're listening to Hollis, you probably don't care, if I'm gonna be honest. Am I right? If you're listening to Hollis, you don't care.
Probably.
Let's just move on. Okay, can we now please talk about Lily Allen? So Lily Allen is like one of those people where if you Google a Nepo baby, she's gonna come up and you're gonna be like, who? But I'm not British, so I don't know these British people like that. Her dad is Keith Allen. Sorry, there's like a gnat for my face. Her mom's film producer, Alison Owen. So she's got connections to the entertainment industry, though they are part of the film industry and not the music industry. But like we said, still matters. Like she's not like the Two Hollis. Like I feel like she doesn't really maybe care that much.
Yeah. Also, she had such a long career. This isn't egregious to me. I would say kind of low Nepo. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I would say she's probably, oh, but she's high artistry though.
Yeah, high
I would say
artistry.
she's like, probably like here. I feel like, or maybe even here. Because she's definitely like a cool artist and she's got a very distinct niche in the world. She just, as far as she is into her career, she just reignited this huge flame about her work again. So that's really impressive as well.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think that it's entirely a result of her parents or
No,
even
I don't think
mostly
so.
a result of her
No.
parents. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about like here? That's kind of where I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think her early buzz is very organic. She was like kind of a Tumblr era person, right? Am I
she
right?
seems like, well, I think she's earlier than that. She's like 2000s.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, I don't know anything about it. Sorry.
Yeah, we didn't
My
do our
bad.
research.
My bad.
Yeah, mid 2000s.
Okay, no,
was
she's
kind of
definitely
the
not,
start. MySpace, actually.
Oh, MySpace. That's what. Sorry,
MySpace
that's what I
era.
meant to say. Definitely.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
definitely
because
what I meant to say.
she's got multiple records from the 2000s. Let's move on. We have some big hitters, so let's get rid of one of them. How are we talking about Miley?
Yeah, Miley Cyrus.
Let's talk about Miley.
Hi, Nepo.
Miley is famously a Nepo baby because of her father, Billy Ray Cyrus, who's a country artist.
Yeah.
So the cat's out of the bag on that one, and has always been.
She was on Disney too. That probably scored her the Hannah Montana. But
Yeah.
what I do want to say about Miley is honestly, I can 100% see a world where she's still a huge musician. If there was an alternate reality where she wasn't the daughter of Billy Ray, like I think she has such a distinct voice, and I think she, for
She's
a
an
long
icon.
time, has had such a distinct vision in her music. And you know, it waxes and wanes. You know, she has eras that are bad, and she has eras that are really good. But at the end of the day, I think she is extremely talented, and I could definitely see a world where she is a big musician without those connections.
Oh
So,
yeah, I'm one of those people who
high talent,
thinks
but also regardless high Nepo, because that's what I was gonna say.
she's like here for
She
me.
is definitely high Nepo, and that's why I prefaced it with that. But yeah,
She is literally straight up like here for
Yeah.
me. Her voice is so insane to me.
yeah, she has an incredible voice. That's the thing.
Like, she's an icon. She is the moment. Like, I can't when people are like, who cares about Miley Cyrus? Like, I do. I
Yeah.
care about Miley Cyrus. And Dolly Parton's also her, like, God, like,
Yeah.
mother. So I'm actually going to slide her down a little bit because she's even more.
Shitload of
She's so
Nepo.
Nepo.
I was trying to give her that, where I'm like, I think she is extremely talented. But despite that, she's like Nepo maxing.
And you know what? Good
Bro,
for
yeah,
her.
if we're gonna have a Nepo maxer, I'll take Miley Cyrus.
Because
any
the other
day.
thing is, if you're a Nepo baby, you have so many unique situational things, like,
Yeah.
already, I feel like.
Also, long career too. So it's like,
Like,
that's
exactly.
another, yeah.
It's not like she's had a short career. She's had a very long career. She's had a lot of stuff happen in her life.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the other thing is just because someone's a Nepo doesn't mean they don't have issues going on in their life. And that's what.
And she was like a child star bounce back too. She faced a lot of
Yes.
adversity. You know what I mean?
And that's what Stan
Yeah.
Twitter forgets, that these
Yeah.
people are real. Like,
Yeah.
just because someone's parent is somebody important doesn't mean that they don't have their own issues going on.
Or just because they got a platform early and
Yeah.
shit. It usually
Yeah.
means that their life is really fucked up.
Yeah, are you
so.
kidding me? Like, look at someone like Jeanette McCurdy, who's obviously not in the music industry,
Right.
but like, come on. Like, just
Yeah.
because you're like a child star does not make your life perfect.
No.
So Miley, obviously high artistry and high Nepo. So let's now move our sights to Miss Nora Jones.
Oh, Nora
How
Jones.
about?
Yeah.
So Nora Jones's parent was like an Indian, what
All-star,
was it? Was it
all-star
like
sitar player.
sitar player. And so you know what? Like, I'm sure that is meaningful for some reason, but like I couldn't see a reason why that determined who Nora Jones was gonna be. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
necessarily,
let it slide.
especially
bro.
because
let
like
it slide. I don't think like the hardcore sitar heads were like, oh shit, Mr. Jones has a child who makes
Mr.
like
Jones.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling like we're like gonna be here for Norah Jones because it's like everyone loves Norah Jones. That one album she has, like everyone's obsessed with.
Right.
But like I don't necessarily think that her like nepotism is that significant.
it's not
so I'm feeling like
significant.
she's like here. Honestly.
It's like a not. Yeah.
It's like a.
I honestly don't know why people bring her up in Nepo conversation. It's like legitimately like a few steps removed from Drake.
That's what I was gonna say. It's
like,
super similar to the Drake thing, where it's like, well, it's not like we're including Drake.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like.
But people never bring Drake up for being a Nepo. So
That's
it's like
true.
I feel like Norah Jones is like, I don't know why people are that adamant. Every time you look up Nepo music industry people, it's like Norah Jones. Like,
she has to pop
how,
up.
bro? How?
Let's now talk about Mr. Baby Keem. Baby Keem is a Nepo because of his relation, as in his cousin Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick. So yeah, he's related to a small artist in stature, not in relevance. I mean,
size.
Yeah, in size.
I feel like this is, I'm gonna say it, this is like really high nepotism.
Yeah.
Because essentially Kendrick's vast fan base.
I'm gonna hear you out on this.
Them working together, having stuff together.
Yeah.
I think like high artistry, but I do think that the nepotism is fairly high.
Okay,
on
here's
this.
what I'm gonna say. This is tricky. This is really tricky because Baby Keem came onto the scene and had hit records before people knew he was Kendrick Lamar's cousin. He had Orange Soda before people knew.
Orange Soda.
It's like, bitch, sit on my lap. It could be argued that that got distribution because of his connections to Kendrick Lamar, which did exist at the time. And it's evident because he worked on the Black Panther soundtrack before he really had a career. So it is, I think, pretty much confirmed that Baby Keem had connections to Kendrick Lamar like from the beginning. And it was just like a matter of it being in the public or people knowing about it. And also just to acknowledge, Baby Keem obviously had a really hard upbringing. So I'm not taking that away from Baby Keem. Like obviously. I think Nepo Baby's kind of a weird term to put on him, but it's like
Nepo adult.
we're trying to force him into this video somehow because he's like kind of an interesting turn on this kind of topic. This always sticks out to me. There's this DJ set that Kenny Beats did, I think in like 2022 after the release of the Melodic Blue, where they were playing like a shitload of songs from the Melodic Blue like in some club. And people were like losing their fucking mind.
Yeah.
People were losing their mind. So I think organically he could have had some buzz. It just depends on would he have had that platform or could he have gained that platform organically?
But
I don't know.
okay,
It's like so hard.
But if he signed to
PG Lang.
yeah. Like
But
those
it was
are
before PG
resources
Lang.
you have access to.
It was before PG Lang.
When was he signed to PG Lang?
When PG Lang was created.
Which was when?
Right after Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
So 2020s.
It's like 2022.
Okay. Then that changes things because you know like he wasn't relevant.
Kendrick did give him a platform instantly
when
though,
did
and that's
Melodic Blue
because of
drop?
the Melodic Blue is on PG Lang, I think.
See, that
But his
makes
first
me,
record, but his first record wasn't.
That makes me feel more like
I don't know. I think he might have to be high Nepo, unfortunately. I'm trying to
I
like,
think he
I'm trying to like
is.
iron it out, but he is kind of high
I want to
Nepo.
say because this is such a weird case, I'd put him directly in the middle.
Yeah.
Because it's like having Kendrick's influence, which is not like nothing. It's definitely worth more than being like the brother of Brandy in this case.
Oh yeah.
They're directly the
100%.
same. They're doing the same thing.
Wait, yeah,
Which is
yeah.
rap.
That's the thing. You have to compare it to shit like that.
So
And like
I'd-
Robin Thicke, it's like bigger than Robin Thicke's.
Oh, absolutely.
Low-key might be bigger than Two Halls. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So,
I think he's higher on artistry than a lot of these people. to
I'd
be
put him like
honest.
here.
Yeah. I think he could have gained a buzz organically. It's like what I said about Miley.
I think once you're in this territory, it's like more likely that you're going to like Clairo. Maybe I don't really know.
I could
how
see
her,
another
like,
person
stuff
swooping in
works.
and kind of taking over that niche though. Like
That was a tough one. I feel like he's fairly high on that.
unfortunately,
because of
I was
his-
trying to run defense for him, but unfortunately.
And
yeah.
like obviously, we're not saying that he was born a Nepo at all. Like in no way is that what we're saying.
Like we both heard Casino. Like I get that his life was really hard growing up, but later
Now he's
on,
an adult. Now he's an adult.
But this is kind of the nail in the coffin: is that he was on the Black Panther soundtrack before he had like
An album.
kind of, or before he was like really.
You know,
poppin',
that's what I'm
so-
saying. That's what I'm
And who
saying.
was in charge
Okay.
of the Black Panther soundtrack? Kendrick Lamar. So.
And yeah.
He was in the room with like SZA and Kendrick and like everyone else on that album.
But
yeah.
good news is he's talented, so it's not a waste of our time.
No, it's totally not a waste of our time.
So let's move
Also,
on.
I did hear that in regards to Casino, I don't think he said specifically what it was, but he said he had like a really bad medical issue going on for the last couple of years, so that's why it took him a long time to drop. So I'll be easier on Casino because of that. Yeah. So I was like, really, 5 years and this is what we got?
Yeah, I really is not.
But I didn't understand. Like, that's the thing. You don't understand what these people are going through.
Good,
I shouldn't be like, really, 5 years and all I got was this? But whatever.
As long as the end product is good, we can't.
Who cares?
So let's do someone from the right side, because left is looking bare. And I think we should do Jaden Smith. I want to get rid of him.
Yeah, get rid of Jaden Smith, bro.
Looking at him.
I want to get rid of him, like, in every sense of the word.
I just can't stand him.
Bro!
I just can't stand him. And that's not a brave take. That's not a bold take. Everyone can't stand him. I just want to talk about the economic and political state of the world. Mike's like,
yeah, bro. Yeah. He has had the most nuclear cringe, I think, posted on the internet out of maybe anyone. Like anybody in the world. He has had the most nuclear cringe. And I get that the Nepo shit like makes it even worse, that the shit that he says when you put that context to it. But like he has like crazy ass tweets that are like, I think everyone would be so smart if we just didn't go to school or some shit like, you know, like just the most stupid like
Jaden Smith moment.
Bro, wait, look up Jaden Smith like cringe tweets. You need to like get exposed to this shit. With tweets at least. I know you've seen the bro video and like the economic.
I avoid him whenever I can. Let it be known, this guy is like a masterclass of what it means to be a Nepo, because you're annoying and you're like self-righteous.
Shoving it down their throat.
Self-righteous and think that you're so much smarter than everyone. It's like,
when I was talking about Paris, this is who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
When I was like, they don't shove shit down people's throat.
How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? From 2013, okay, I'll give him a pass. He's probably like 5. Biggest flex anyone will ever have is
Dying.
What? How old is he?
I don't know, bro.
Hold on, I have to know that first.
Can't excuse the Twitter fingers, bro.
27?
Bro, I thought he was our age. I was like,
okay, so he was old enough to know that was cringe. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is from 2015. If I were white and not Will Smith's silly son, I would be the most respected philosopher of our and all time.
What? Yeah, what?
If you say all time, that includes the now. You don't need to say our and all. You could have just said all time. Like
that's the smallest issue with that tweet. That is the smallest issue. Bro.
I just wanted to point it out to genius Jaden Smith.
His evidence of him being the greatest philosopher of all time is that if our eyes aren't real, how are mirrors real, or whatever the fuck he was talking about.
It's your birthday, Mateo said. I didn't respond. Are you not excited to be 15? He asked. Reading my book, I uttered.
I turned 15 long ago.
Okay, light.
Oh, that was so cringe. Hey guys, I might be crazy, but I'm not a dolphin. Water in the eyes and alcohol in the eyes are pretty much the same. I know this from firsthand experience. I'm done.
What does it even? Water in the eyes and alcohol in the eyes?
Okay, moving on, because that was so
Bro,
hard.
open invitation to Jaden Smith. If you want to test that, you can come here and we can try it. We can see what happens. He probably disavows it.
He's honestly...
Because to be fair to him, he has chilled the fuck down. Like, he has like done nothing.
How's the music? How's the music?
He doesn't do it anymore.
And how was the music?
It's just like Travis Scott ripoff.
Okay, I'm
like
gonna put
Kanye,
him. I'm putting him
like
below
Travis
Willow.
Scott.
I think Willow's probably more talented than him, if we're gonna be honest.
Imagine,
also, this was insufferable.
That being the worst thing that he's done the last couple of years, I think he understands how like nuclearly cringe he was and how like you couldn't go near him. Like, because of how cringe he is, so he just chilled. If that's the one, like, he can expel his cringe sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, if he needs to expel it, just let him.
You know, let's be fair for 1 second. If you had to grow up being Will Smith, who's epically cringe, like, if that's your
Will Smith
dad,
was cool, though, when he was on, like, Fresh Prince.
Not anymore. And if you had to grow up in
but
a
he's an
dysfunctional household with the whole situation with his mom and dad, I don't think I would turn out like this. I think it'd be weird, but I don't think I'd turn out like wearing a castle on my head. But yeah, that is just horrid. This is stupid. And I saw people trying to defend it. No, I'll not be having any of it.
The last drama that happened with him is he like cheated on some girl and people were like, bro.
You're an idiot.
Like, yeah, like you gotta like appreciate like that's not give. You know, that wasn't your Riz that got her there. You know what I mean? Like you can't like.
Let's do Nancy Sinatra. Everyone knows that these boots were made for walking. And obviously your dad being Frank Sinatra is pretty crazy because Frank Sinatra is like.
He's the guy when it comes to.
He's the guy. He's the guy.
Of the 40s.
I'm gonna say fairly high on Nepo, but I mean, what else does Nancy Sinatra even have?
Boots is made for walking is pretty good.
That has been sampled probably to death, right?
Beyonce.
I feel like she's Does she have more Nepo or less Nepo than Claro? Claro's dad's the Coca-Cola marketing executive.
She probably has more Nepo, but like, just put her a little bit above Claro. I think she goes above Claro.
Like here?
I feel like that era especially was more ripe for like crazy, not more ripe, that's not, I don't want to put it that way, but I feel like Frank Sinatra's daughter can make it a really long way in that era.
That's
you know what I mean?
true. I mean,
It's above Claro, easily.
There.
Easily above Claro, sorry. Easily.
I don't know if I'd necessarily put her higher on like artistry, but also Nancy Sinatra's from like the 60s and we still know who she is in her music. So I'll defend it.
She's a legacy artist, kinda.
Yeah.
But would she be that without Frank? Who knows?
I don't really know. I'm gonna be honest, this is pure speculation. Because I mean, I would just imagine if your dad's Frank Sinatra, you're probably pretty set, right?
Well, you're gonna get connections.
All right, next. Let's get rid of 2 of these like randos and then we can have the fun discussion here. So if you're gonna skip these 2, I get it. But whoever like
Oh, Quayle Ray.
Ray.
Okay, Quayle Ray's
I don't
low
know.
Nepo, in my opinion.
I don't know.
So apparently her dad gave her some money to help her start up, and her dad started the Source magazine. But according to him, we don't know how true this is. I kind of believe it. So her dad was a big figure in hip hop journalism. I think he rapped a little too, but I don't think he's more known for that. I think he's more known for obviously Source, and I think he's beefing with Eminem or some shit like that. So he was like prominent, you know what I mean, to an extent.
Yeah.
He had money, I think, and I think he was like, yeah, I helped her out like monetization wise with her career, but like she kind of did that. Like I didn't like put her in the room with people and shit like that. So I think she's low Nepo, and I think her shit is just kind of like whatever.
I don't
like
know
it's kind of on the lower.
You can tell
end,
me.
So
Is it like here?
yeah, that's fine. Pretty low Nepo.
better
I would
than-
put her even lower on the Nepo scale, to be honest. I think she just had more privilege in terms
Like
of the
here?
money.
And let's get rid of this dude while we're here too.
Who is it? Oh, Destroy Lonely.
Yeah, I don't
Okay, one of the Opium Goons. His dad was a rapper who like rapped with Ludacris or some shit. I kind of think he's low Nepo, honestly. I think
talent?
I think he's lowest on talent, as you can go. And then in terms of Nepo, you can throw it at a dartboard. I don't really give a shit. So
I'm just
whatever.
gonna stick him like here or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. That one I just don't care.
Yeah.
These 2 have to go together. Okay, so we're gonna do Taylor Swift and then we're gonna do Maddie Healy. Okay, so everyone stay sat. Everyone calm down. Okay, so Taylor Swift's parents are not in any way involved in the entertainment industry when she was starting out.
And
Let's
I
accept
would
that.
100% leave Taylor Swift out of this if it wasn't for what they did with their money. Because the thing is, they put their money into the industry, and that got her
into the label that she was.
So no,
3%. It was like 3%, like of.
So basically the thing about Taylor Swift is she was in a development deal with like Sony or like RCA. I don't know. She was in a development deal with like one of the big labels. I'm not gonna go hard on Taylor Swift. Like this isn't like this is just what happened. Like this isn't like saying anything about her career, anything about her music, anything about her albums, obviously, or her talent. But you do have to admit that her parents did move literally where they lived to further her budding career as a singer when she was like 14. So they had a lot of privilege because of the money that they had. And that's fine. You can do whatever you want with your money. So that's step one. The domino effect of that is it got her into a development deal with a big label. I don't remember which one it was. It was either RCA or Sony or like UMG or some shit like that. Just one of the big labels. She was in a development deal. She cooked up like some music. She cooked up Debut, right? The record label took a look at it and they assessed it and they said not yet. And they shelved her and furthered her development deal to be like, we're not gonna drop it, but you can keep doing shit. Her parents were like, no. And then her dad bought Big Machine Records. Because he did that, it kind of forced their hand to drop her music. So that's obviously super high Nepo. And then there's a rumor that he bought a shit ton of the singles, which isn't substantiated. So like you can kind of leave that out of it because it's like, we don't know how many singles he bought or even if he did it in the first place. Like the singles sold a lot of copies. The thing about it is I legitimately don't know if Taylor Swift would be in the same place if that didn't happen because she had this immense jump start of not getting shelved. Because a lot of these artists, especially young ones, get shelved for an indefinite amount of time. Even old artists get shelved for an indefinite amount of time. And look at Kim Petras with her newest album. I would think she's pretty high on the Nepo scale just because of the influence that decision had over her career. But in terms of connections, obviously the connections are low.
Well, what I want to say about that is that what's interesting about Taylor and us knowing all the stuff about her is because she's as big as she is. Some of these artists might have way crazier with stuff going on, but
Yeah.
we'll never know because they're not relevant or they're not as relevant.
Right,
Like, I'm
yeah.
sorry, I have no idea what's going on with someone like Two Hollis or someone like Ray J. Like, I don't know what kind of stuff's going on there.
Yeah.
But obviously, it wasn't like enough to get them to that level where we know the
Yeah.
ins and outs of their record.
And the
deals
and the
like,
reason I'm
stuff
going
like
more in
that.
depth on this is because I feel like, especially for this story, I did want to like cross like my T's and dot my I's just so I got it right. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this is a part that probably would be under more scrutiny than I think pretty much anyone else that's on this chart. The thing about it is I think there probably are a lot of other situations that are similar to Taylor Swift's, whose parents did pull some strings to get some shit done in their career and they still didn't do anything with it. So I will give her that, because I would bet that that story happens a lot with like rich kids.
Well, and these people also were like, they're like money people.
The thing about it is the artistry obviously is high because it connects with people and she has a huge fan base. So the artistry does have to be high, but the nepotism is also very
Like
high too.
she's like generationally, like her family like were bank owners. So like her family like knows, like obviously understands like the influence of like what your money or like ownership and like that kind of stuff, what that's gonna do for you, like and how that's gonna like further your career. And so like that's kind of what's different from some other nepos where it's like straight up your mom is just like the most famous person of all time.
Yeah.
Where it's more like her parents just had the money and they
Her
knew how to
parents
use
just
it,
bought
and they
a
knew
label.
how to use it.
Yeah, her parents just were like, I'm gonna buy a label to strong arm her music out into the public, and then allegedly buy a shitload of copies so it gets boosted further. And so she did have a huge jump start. Yeah, her nepotism is very high. Like that you can't cut it any other way. Because the influence I think that decision had was immense in terms of putting her out there. The counterpoint is like Big Machine Records was a startup, so it was somewhat of a gamble, I guess. Like I think it was still under RCA maybe. I don't know. I can't remember which one Big Machine is under. It's still under a major, I think, corporation, but it was more of a gamble than I think maybe it seems like in hindsight.
retrospect.
I'm fine with her there. We can move on to Matty Healy.
Okay, so
you have to
Matty
tell me the whole
Healy-
story on him because I don't know anything about
Matty
his
Healy's
nepo.
parents are like, I think they're like Lily Allen, where they're like actors.
So probably pretty
Yeah,
low.
television actors.
Yeah.
Denise Welsh and Tim Healy. Obviously, that's very different from having like a million times we've said this, like parents who are directly involved in the music industry.
The acting ones, yeah.
They're always harder because it's just like you're like yes, but like
Yeah.
like an asterisk. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like it's like like a little
yeah,
bit. It's like
literally.
like
yeah.
yes, you're technically 100% a nepo, but
And it's
you're
like
also
what's more
technically-
it's like what's more of an influence, the cushion of money or your parents being on fucking Cheers? You know what I mean? Like I don't
yeah,
know.
it's like that's a thing. And so I would put him like probably like here-ish in terms of his artistry wise. Like I don't really care for the 1975, but again, I do think that he's obviously more influential.
They do have a rabid millennial fan base.
I would
so,
put him like
yeah.
somewhere like here just because I think he's more relevant than Two Hollis. I don't think he's quite as iconic
Yeah.
as Lily Allen or like talented as someone like Baby Keem.
You know what?
Significant fan base.
I think he might, if we weren't in the wake of like Lily Allen's huge cultural moment, I think he is generally more relevant than Lily Allen, just because Lily Allen is kind of spotty, you know what I mean? Where she'll be gone for like 10 years or 7 years or whatever. Or I feel like Matty Healy, like he's always doing some shit. So I'm fine with him there though. I think that looks fine. Also, I just want to say, I did not know that on Spotify, the 1975 logo looks like really similar to ours. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't even bring that up.
Oops.
But I didn't know that.
Copyright.
I know, but we were not
The
influenced by the
322,
fucking.
the 1975. Oops.
We were not influenced, but their logo looks the same. Like it's like the Times New Roman
Yeah.
shit, and that and it's a
didn't
white
think about
background.
that.
I know, but like I saw that, and I'm like, bro,
I don't
we do
listen to
not have
them
any
at
connection to
all.
the 1975. We don't listen to them.
I don't care for him really. I think some of their songs are decent. I just feel like overall though, I'm like,
It's definitely not for me at all. Like
it's like
not
pretty
for me at
boring,
all,
honestly.
bro.
Like it's pretty boring.
It's legitimately like.
But they have
yeah.
a crazy fan base.
Yeah,
Sorry,
exactly.
so I'm not trying to catch smoke with them. When you're someone like Taylor Swift, you obviously have a bad fan base because you have like 1 trillion people who listen to your music,
Yeah.
and they're all online because they're the age that they can like use a phone.
Right.
I feel like this 1975 is like smaller, but like
The thing about it is like if you're a community within pop girl, like the pop girl like space, you have to be terrible. You know, you have to be toxic. And then the ones that are like, we're not the toxic one, those ones are just annoying. So it's either you're like severely annoying or you're like
Severely toxic.
rabidly toxic.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll give Taylor the pass because she's like the biggest one. So it's like whatever. Who cares? Like obviously her
like
fan base
Nicki
can be
Minaj
terrible.
has way too crazy of an audience for like who she is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's a good example of
No,
like.
bro, Nicki Minaj is the craziest person of all time.
No, I'm saying like she is not as
Oh, you
big
mean for
as
her music and
Taylor
shit?
Swift, and she's
Yeah.
not making like
Yeah.
she's not making T-Pab. You know what I mean? Like,
you don't know.
Those two things are
dig
not
deep into
true.
the discard, bro.
That I listened to Pink Friday too, and that was
not dig deep.
buns. And then her diss tracks on Megan were horrific. Literally horrific. Okay.
Big ass foot, bitch.
Bad. Okay, so now we are left with arguably two of the most important Nepos.
Oh shit, wait, where's the other one? I didn't even see it. Oh, Whitney.
And so
okay, you know what?
about,
Let's do Whitney first.
So you might be raising your eyebrow.
Because we're gonna gatekeep Gracie, because that's kind of the Nepo goat.
You might be like, why is like Whitney Houston on here? But girl, let's be real. Whitney Houston is like, her mom has like Grammys. Didn't you say she's related to Dionne Warwick?
So she's cousins with Dionne Warwick. Her mother has more than one Grammy.
I think she's two.
She has 2 Grammys. Okay. So her mom has 2 Grammys. She's cousins with Dionne Warwick. And the thing is, like, I don't think a lot of people would have really known that, but Whitney owns it. Whitney was just like, yeah, like they helped me get in the door and stuff like that. But she's like, ultimately, like once I was in the door, like I was just grinding and shit. And like, she's obviously kind of goated. Like Whitney Houston is like synonymous with most talented musician ever. I feel like, or most talented singer ever.
Yes. 100%. And I agree.
Star Spangled
Banner.
With that. Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think Whitney makes the best albums, but I do think she has the best voice. Her nickname is literally The Voice. Like,
yeah. Artistry has to be through the roof, unfortunately.
She's the top of it. I think she is
the top of the mountain, bro.
I think she's like straight up, like.
Yeah. I think she's low-key kind of lower nepotism than
Miley.
Yeah.
I feel like
and Baby Keem.
Sorry, Miley. She has to move. Like, we don't have room for all these girls here, so we're just gonna throw Whitney in the midst of it all. But yeah, she's definitely like, she's like more like here, but for the sake of this video, we have that. Actually, I'm just gonna leave her there. We know. It's
and
fine.
I think that's just the truth.
The only argument that you could have is that if she genetically didn't have this, like the voice of someone who's won Grammy.
Guess, yeah.
Like, that's the only
if it was like the same shit, her mom just, it's the same shit, her mom just like worked at a gas station.
But she was a fantastic singer.
It would be, yeah, like I think Whitney would still be like.
Genetically, if she had a different voice, you're right. She's not a Nepo.
Yeah, if you made Whitney a different person, then I think she would not have made it.
Okay, now let's talk about the queen of nepotism. I'm sorry.
Bro, the queen of nepotism, bro.
It is Miss Gracie
The
Abrams.
opposite of fucking Whitney Houston in every way possible, but especially because she says that my dad being the biggest director in Hollywood has no effect. Has no effect. My dad being the biggest director, directed fucking Star Wars, Star Trek, all this shit. No effect on my career.
So you're telling me you show up to like, whatever, you submit your stuff and you're like, oh, by the way, my dad's J.J. Abrams. And bye.
And the thing is, I would be like, okay, that's a crazy opinion, but like some, people get delusional when they're in that state. So I'm like, all right, let me listen to the music. Maybe the music is the reason. What's he get you? Looking at my hair like, oh my god.
Shirt, I did that once.
Yeah, girl, it is the Nepo.
My
it's
favorite
the Nepo,
is, no, I know, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, what?
What's the other song where she's like, lay on the horn to prove that I want. Like, that doesn't even make any sense, bro. Like, what does that mean? Lay on the horn.
Lay on horn to prove that it haunts me.
Someone explain what the fuck that even means.
To prove that it haunts.
And it's like right from the jump, she got to produce with Jack Antonoff, bro. Right from the jump. And it was on the Eras tour from the jump. Like, what more Nepo?
She had
Gracie,
albums.
I know, like, she's not wild, but like, you have to have a little bit more self-awareness if you're in this position, I feel like. Like, people have to have more self-awareness. You have to know that your dad, being one of the biggest, like, facets of the entertainment, or I don't want to say the biggest facet. I don't know how to put it. He's like an enormous director who has a shitload of influence and directed fucking Star Wars. Girl, you are Nepo maxed.
I think she's the biggest Nepo on the list.
And low-key artistry, you're lucky Robin Thicke's here, bro.
Because I'm sorry, it's hard because like we've been using artistry in like a very odd, loose kind of. We're using it fast and loose.
It's hard to make a like compassing term. You know what I mean? It's hard to. So that's the closest we're gonna get. She's at the bottom. Fuck you, Gracie. You're at the bottom.
I get that she's got like the.
Your music is ass.
I get that she's got the fans, but the artistry is really lacking in terms of like it's not very unique. It's Taylor Swift ripoff.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just so uninspired. I'm sorry. It's just so uninspired. It's insane.
Sorry, if you're a Gracie fan, bro, you have to at least acknowledge the Nepo. Like, you can argue with her assessments on her music. Like, that's totally fine, but the Nepo shit is undeniable.
And that's fine.
She got here because of...
There are Nepos who are
Yes, thank you for putting her off the chart. Fuck that. Yeah, thank you for taking her off the chart.
There are Nepos who are undeniably talented, like Whitney Houston. And there are Nepos who are undeniably created huge spaces for themselves in the space they exist. like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
We can acknowledge that even if you don't like her music, or Drake is not a Nepo, and I think he has high artistry in terms of he's made a space for himself. He's like a cultural dominant person.
Yeah.
But Gracie, I'm sorry. And I know it's probably unfair. She should probably realistically be more like here in terms of that she has a fan base. Like these people don't have a fan base.
Yeah,
like,
but would she get that fan base organically? No.
No.
Okay, also...
Well, maybe. So we've talked about Nepo babies, but there's industry plants like Madison Beer. And
Yeah.
those are kind of the two sides of the coin. You know what I mean? You have to take your pick, because in that battle, I'm going to take Gracie Abrams, honestly.
I'm taking Madison Beer because I hate her community.
I'm gonna take,
no, wait, other way around.
I'm gonna take Gracie because at least she's got like the crazy, like, what's it to get you?
Wait, no, I'm taking Gracie. I'm taking
Gracie,
Gracie. Sorry. The Madison Beer community sucks. You guys are insane. You guys need to go to jail or some shit. Added room jail.
But like that's my point, is it's like you don't have to be a Nepo to have like fans for no reason, like based off of zero things, but also that's so online. That's just so online.
Yeah, bro. And the thing is, I think that Gracie would not have made it in an era that wasn't so like ravenous for pop girls and stan culture. Like this era is just completely dominated by the hunger for what's the next hot pop girl. The coal getting shoveled in as stan culture and people like wanting to be part of it.
Yeah, Twitter
and so
fuel.
I literally think like she came at the perfect time.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I don't know.
I was gonna say, are we gonna be talking about Gracie Abrams in how many years? We are definitely going to, because she's kind of like someone we mention a lot, honestly.
Well, it's just because it's so, her music is so hysterical and like manic that it's like you can't not. And I'll give that to her. It's so manic that you do remember. I don't know, like that is. Anyways, this is the official Nepo alignment chart. Nobody get mad, because nepotism, you can do good shit with it. It's fine, bro. You just gotta own it. Like Whitney. Whitney owned it.
Well, guess what? I love Whitney. I love Miley.
No one has ever sung the national anthem in American history better than Whitney Houston has.
And that is the truth. And we own it on VHS.
We own it on VHS.
And the rocket's ready to go.
Who's your favorite Nepo? Leave it in the comments below.
Someone's gonna say Gracie Abrams and be like, we hate you.
Someone's gonna literally, I think that the Gracie Abrams
the Madison Beer fan is that decides to comment is gonna be like, you guys suck. You don't know anything about music. That's what people always, my favorite comment, you don't know anything. It's like, okay.
I don't want to know about music if that's what it is, bro.